very straightforward, but the first thing you need to do is simply switch the monitor on using the power button. So we'll then show the 4 wheels that you've got on your vehicle. So to get into the settings mode, you simply press and hold the settings button, which is the one indicated by the spanner. This will go into the settings screen. The first thing it will ask you is the pressure units that you want to use. You can either use PSI or bar, and you can change between these using the plus or minus buttons. So simply one will change the bar, again it will change it back. Once you've decided which one you want, again press the set button marked by the spanner, and it will then switch and ask you what temperatures units you want to use, either degrees C or degrees F. Again, the plus and minus buttons will switch between the two. Press once and press again. So if you press and hold the set button, that will lock that in place, and it will switch on to setting the pressures for each axle. Again, as the wheels on each side of an axle will have the same pressures, you set the high and low alerts across the axle. So the default here, it sets on the high pressure alert for your front axle is 44 psi. We'll change that just for reference purposes, and that is again used using the plus and minus buttons. So we'll take it from 44 down to 40. Again, press the set button to lock that in place, and then it will switch to the low pressure alert. This defaults to 29 psi, and again, just for demonstration purposes, we will adjust that down to 25. Again, you press the set button to lock that in place, and it will move to the rear axle. Default here again is 44 psi. Again, the plus and minus buttons will allow you to adjust this, so we'll take that down to 40 as well for demonstration purposes. Press the set button to lock that in place, and it will switch to the low. Again, we'll take that down to 25 for demonstration purposes, and press set to lock that in place. We'll then ask you to set the pressure on the spare wheel if you have one fitted. If you don't have one fitted, simply press the set button again on each of these, and it will go through to the next setting. We'll set to you the high temperature alert here, which is defaulting to 70 degrees C. This is perfectly adequate for normal driving conditions, so simply press the set button, and it will take you back to the very beginning where it asks you about the pressure levels, the pressure units. So you press and hold the set button, and that will lock everything in place.